Hello everybody, welcome to Event Future, the first edition of a series of webinars where we're going to talk about how professional events can benefit from digital strategies in the 21st century. My name is Martin Ferry-Thompson. I'm the founder of Conferize, which is the leading platform for bringing professional events online. Today we're going to talk about sponsorship, event sponsorships, and essentially how to create more value for sponsors using online means and a digital strategy. And I promise you, at the end of this very short webinar, you'll be thinking about sponsorships in a completely different way. So shut down your inbox and turn off Facebook and your phone and just hang tight, because what you see here is all action. And basically, we're just going to talk about something that's really important to a lot of event organizers. And we're going to do a demo of a product we have at Conferize called Sponsors. And if you hang tight, we'll have an offer at the end of the webinar as well, where you can save a few $100s as well. So lots of good reasons to just hang tight. We estimate that it's going to take about 30 minutes to conclude everything. So let's jump in. So to begin with, why am I interested in sponsors? Of course, we know that's where the money's coming from. And I'm guessing a lot of you guys can relate to problems with sponsors, because essentially it's sometimes really, really hard to secure the sponsorships that you need. Because essentially you're competing with other events. Sometimes it's hard to promise something new and unique to really win those sponsorships. And how do you make your sponsors shine? There's all this work with, getting logos, the details of the sponsors, all those emails going back and forth. And what if essentially you're under capacity and you promise a lot more sponsors, attendees than showed up? So all these problems, I'm sure that you can relate to as event organizers. What if you could just offer more? What if there's a way that you could offer something unique that no one else is doing? And what if you can basically put sponsors in touch with a larger audience than that's actually attending your event? And finally, what if there's also a way to deliver value for your sponsors before and after the event? So that's some of the questions we asked ourselves at Conferize. How could we solve this? How can we make this happen? But of course, you need to get inside the mind of a sponsor. And I've been a sponsor many times. And I'm sad to say many times it's pretty underwhelming. I don't really feel special as a sponsor. It's really hard to understand what is the value I'm getting. Am I really connecting with the customers that I intended to? And again, there's all this admin with logos, descriptions, emails back and forth. And, maybe you'll just end up as one of many, many logos, and your logo is squeezed and you don't really feel that you're getting a sense of return. So what if there's a way to solve all this? And the solution we came up with is called Conferize Sponsor. It's a very simple product. You don't need to use Conferize to understand this product, and feel free to steal as much inspiration as you can. And of course, if you're interested in using Conferize Sponsor, that's a really very easy way to do that. And instead of just showing you a bunch of slides, I'm going to jump to a live demo so you can get a sense of our platform and what it can do in terms of sponsorships. So let's jump in and do a screen share here. I'm going to jump to Safari to show a live event. I'm going to start this screen share now. All right, I'm hoping you can see this. This is a live event on Conferize. It's a very popular event. As you can see, it has a community of 2,600 people, which is much bigger than the event itself, because it has a lot of online followers. It has a lot of activity, a lot of speakers, and so on. So this is what an event looks like on Conferize, and anyone can set this up. It runs completely automatic. We take care of hosting and everything. But we're not going to talk too much about this today. That's going to be a topic for a later webinar. I'm just going to scroll down to find where the sponsors live on this event page. Here's the media and all the community stuff that comes with Conferize. That's all built in. But here we are, what I'm looking for. Right here on the front page of this event, you can see a beautiful, beautiful animated slider with all the sponsors for this particular event. Once I mouse over, I can scroll through them. It's beautiful. It's simple. And if I click them, this is something completely unique for Conferize. You can actually see there's a person connected to this sponsorship. So essentially, we're putting these sponsors in touch with the entire community, and anyone who's interested in Tesla can set up an appointment with Edwina here, or you can just follow her on Conferize to let her know that you're interested. I'm going to close that here as well. There's a Microsoft. You don't have to have a person behind it. Here's another one, Klarna, awesome company. So they have a bunch of sponsors, and in a minute I'm going to show you how to set this up, and it's just really, really easy. And of course, the sponsors also live on their own page here, right in the menu, where you can just scroll through and see, there's a gold sponsors, there's a silver sponsors, and there's even a call for sponsors where I can get in touch with the organizer. So they're looking for general sponsors, so I can just get in touch with Tyler here if I'm interested. So let's imagine I am the organizer of this event for a minute, and I'm going to log in behind the scenes to what we call Manage Event. And of course, only the organizer, anyone with access to this event can actually get access to editing and controlling this event. So this is the Manage Event page here. I can do everything associated with the event. I'm not going to go too much into details because that's going to be a topic for a later session. I'm just going to go to the sponsors section here. I'm going to check Manage. And now I'm looking behind the scenes of the sponsor module you saw live before. As you can see, there's a bunch of sponsors here already. You'll have the gold ones, the silver ones, and the call for sponsors right here. If you want to add a new sponsor, you're going to click up here. You can add or jump directly and add a specific type of sponsor or one of these call for sponsors. Let's say I want to reorder something. I can easily move something in line like this. I'm going to move Absolute Vodka up here. Boom, like this. If I can edit something and I can delete it. So everything is completely flexible. Let's try and add a sponsor because I want to have a new type of sponsor for this event. You get this little menu here for adding a particular sponsor. First, I'm going to select an image. I'm going to add a company called Swirl. This is just an imaginative, a fictive company. So this is just to demo the purpose, for demoing purposes, sorry. So here is my little logo. I'm going to center it, crop it the way I like it. And I'm going to add the company's name. It's called Swirl. And I can either add it to one of these existing types, or I can create a new type. I'm going to create a new type called food. Everyone likes food, right? And the description of the company, best ice cream ever, right? And the link should be, let's just make something up here, swirl.com. Swirl ice. And again, something completely unique for Conferize here is that you can add a representative. So we try to go what we call beyond the logo, because it really adds to the feel for a company if there's a person associated with it. So let's say our representative's name is called Lisa. As I start typing, it's going to search for all people on Conferize essentially. So all your sponsor will need to do is have a free account on Conferize. I'm looking for Lisa Flowers here. This is my sponsor rep. I'm going to add her. I can remove her if I chose the wrong one. But let's say I'm happy for now. Here we are. And the new sponsor is right here in the bottom. I'm going to move it up like this. And we're good to go. And right beneath the little list up here, you can see what it's going to look like in real life. So let's see, here we are with the my new food sponsor, Swirl. It's gonna, once I publish it, the order will be completely as I want to. Let's try and add another one. I'm gonna add a new call for sponsor, and it's gonna say I'm gonna have a drink sponsor. A call for that. That's gonna be in the food category. We are looking for a drinks sponsor. Get in touch. I'm gonna say that. Done. It's gonna go in the bottom here, and here you see my drink sponsor. Let's see if that is already here in the bottom here. Here we go. Drink sponsor order, and people can just connect directly with the organizer. So that's pretty much it. This is very, very flexible. If I want to edit something, I can go back and say any details I want to change, just do that. Super flexible, as you can see, super simple. Anyone can do this, no technical skills required whatsoever. You just need to ask your sponsors to create a free account on Conferize. It takes literally less than a minute if you're good at it. You can sign up with Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and so on. It's really, really fast and simple. So let's say right now I'm happy with my list of sponsors here. I'm going to check out how it looks on the page itself. I'm going back to my event here. I'm going to check out if everything looks okay here. Looking good. Let's see if I can find my new company. Here it is. Right. So anyone who's interested in this company can get in touch with Lisa directly, which is really, really a cool thing. But apart from this, it's also something else that's really, really cool, because on Conferize, your event has a life before and after the actual event. And that's why we have the community here, where essentially anyone can join at any time. It's free to follow. And of course, attendees will get special value from all the networking features and the media features and so on. But essentially, let's say there's 1,000 people in coming to your event, but there's going to be maybe 2,000 or 3,000 in your community. That's something you can say as an added value to your sponsor. So instead of saying there's just 1,000 people in the room, maybe there's 3,000 people online that can essentially see your company. They can reach out to you, and you as a sponsor can find buyers through Conferize as well. So there's really, really a lot of added value here. I'm going to jump back into my managed event here, show you one of the coolest things, because like I talked about, everyone hates, editing logos and putting all this on a website, putting it on a blog. And I've done it 1,000 times, and it's really, really a lot of agony associated with that. So we wanted to make it really, really easy to essentially share your sponsors anywhere online. So what we did, if you look here beneath the little slider here, we have an embed code. And what's that? I'm sure most of the people, know what it is. It's, let's say you want to put a YouTube video on your blog. You're going to grab a little snippet of code and paste it into your WordPress blog or your Squarespace setup, whatever you're using to get stuff online. You're going to copy this little code and just paste it in, just like you're doing with a YouTube video. And now this sponsor widget here will appear anywhere you want it to. So that's really, really cool. I'm going to show you a live example of something that I've done already. Here we are on the Conferize blog. Here's me and my co-founder John. Here's the blog post where we talk about this product, because it was just launched here recently in October. And as you can see, apart from text and images, it also has this live widget here, which is the sponsor widget we just created. And everything just works out of the box. It's super, super easy to set up. And it's also responsive. So if you want to have a bigger slider, let's say you want to have it wide so you can fit for logos in there, it's going to automatically adjust to that. It's also going to work perfectly on mobile. So if you're looking at this page, your blog page, or even your event page on Conferize, it will automatically adjust to a smartphone or a tablet. So all of this is just solved. And as you see, the design here is nice and clean. And actually, there's one thing I forgot to tell you, is that what if you are using some really specific colors for your on your blog or your conference website? Well, the good news is that basically you can just select any of the colors you want. Let's say you're using red, and as a secondary color you're using, let me make a different red here. Let's say pink. And here I'm gonna go with maybe a blue one. I'm gonna apply changes. You should see the little widget there refresh, and now your primary colors for your website is now aligned inside the widget. So it's essentially going to fit inside any sort of web design and look as a native component. So that's pretty much it. This is the simple way Conferize's sponsored product works. Anyone can use it. All you need is a page on Conferize with your events. It's just conferize.com. Go and add your event. It's really simple. We're going to show that next time. But for now, I'm just going to leave you with this beautiful widget here that I hope, I'm sure that you can see it's going to save you a lot of time. And it's going to add tremendous value for your sponsors. And this is something really concrete you can take to them and say, look at how awesome you look with my events, and check out all these people that you're getting exposed to, and all these people that you're also getting access to. And hopefully you can, promote your product before and after through the community. And this is some of the really cool things. So for now, I'm just gonna stop the screencast here and jump back to video. Cool. So there you are. In just 17 minutes, I've shown you a new way to think about sponsors, a really easy way to add more value for your sponsors with Conferize tools. Of course, if you don't want to use Conferize, you're totally free to try something else and set this up. But of course, we made it really easy. And if you're interested in this, what I'm going to do, especially as a special thing for the viewers of this webinar, is share an offer with you guys. I'm going to jump to my little menu here. Here we go. And for some reason, this isn't working. All right. Never mind. But essentially, what I can offer you today is that the sponsor feature is $1,000, so not a lot of money to invest if you really want to close more sponsorship and add more value and resell Conferize and the whole community to sponsors at a higher premium. We're going to offer you a 25% discount for the next 24 hours. Basically, what you need to do is just send me an email. It's Martin@Conferize. So that's Martin@Conferize.com, and I'll get you set up with this discount. If you have any questions, feel free to ask that as well. We are gonna, here we are, just gonna give a little script here. Because what I wanted to say to you is that moving forward, this webinar series is going to live under eventfuture.com. So that's a new site where we're starting, where all these webinars will be stored. So just go to eventfuture.com and you can subscribe to the next webinars coming up. We're going to do these webinars every 2 weeks. 2 weeks we can't do it because we are traveling for an event. So the next time will be 20th of November, and then 4th of December, and then 18th of December. All this information is right there on eventfuture.com. I hope you're going to subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed our little webinar here. This is the first edition, one of many to come, where we're going to really focus on the future of events today. And that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, and see you next time.